At this point, I may say goodbye to you for now and hand over the microphone to Georg Schreiber and Tanja Schwerdle for some final remarks on this conference.
Thank you very much. So, dear colleagues, dear friends here in this room and connected online, so the event is coming to an end, and I would like to take this opportunity again to thank all speakers and participants. We are very pleased that we have aroused international interest with this topic on superfoods, as we have seen from our audience all over the world. My question would be, did we answer the question, risky or healthy? And I think the answer is it depends. So it depends, and maybe we should increase the number of question marks in the title of our event. But I think nobody expected to have a clear answer from this event, because I think there is none. Nevertheless, we had, I think, very interesting presentations. We received a broad overview of the characteristic of foods that are considered as superfoods and challenge in dealing with this new trend in the food market. We discussed the problematic nature of superfoods in terms of health claims, consumer perception, and purchasing behavior, as well as food safety, and these days, most important, sustainability of superfoods. We were informed about the chronological development of global regulatory frameworks for the food supplements worldwide. And clearly, there is a lack of definition for superfoods, and the term itself is mainly influenced by marketing and media. And I myself, I'm not sure whether we clearly need a definition of superfoods, as I'm afraid until we, from the competent authority world, until we have a definition, there will be probably a new trend and new terms. So I'm really wondering whether we should put into that work a lot of effort. Instead, I think it is important to gain insight into the public understanding of the term superfoods. As we learned, 1/3 of the consumers consume superfoods once a week. I was very surprised to hear that. And 40% believe in the positive effect of superpowers. And they believe that this is scientifically proven. BFR, what do you say? Okay. Okay, but we discussed a lot of other aspects, for example, the novel food standards of superfoods, and they are often used in new products which are placed on the European market, and the question is always, is it not novel? Is it only novel in food supplements, or is it not novel in food supplements, or is it novel? To answer these questions, there is some help, and we heard about that from the list of substances from the German, Austrian, and Swiss side, the group which does the classification of other substances. And it was highlighted how important these lists are for the categorization of food and food ingredients for the competent authorities and entrepreneurs. And we heard also about very interesting, of course, about the pharmacological active substances in food supplements, and we received also examples how extracts from supposedly harmful products may then result in a dangerous product which is put on the food market, and the people who are putting this on the food market are sometimes not even aware about the danger of the product. And using the examples of cannabidiol and melatonin, we discussed the borderline character of such substances, and that is very difficult to differentiate between a medicinal product and a food product. And even more, to make it more complicated, there are different views from the international community on this question. And it is clear for me that we need, at the international level, further cooperation to come forward with this question of borderline, in this area of borderline substances. So, to conclude from my side, I think these subjects will stay on our agenda. Finally, I would like to say that I was very happy that we could organize this event here in Berlin with people here in this room after this long break after this long Corona break. But I'm of course very happy that we had so many participants connected online to this event. And finally, I would like to thank my BFR colleagues who cooperated with us from BVL over quite some time, because we originally wanted to organize this event last year, or in 2020 even. So they worked together for quite a long time to have this event happening, and they worked together very, very smoothly, and this is very nicely. And I would like to thank BFR for providing this location and providing the technique to make this hybrid event possible. Thank you very much to all of you from my side. Thank you. And now, Ms. Schwertle from BFR.
Thanks a lot. What to say after these closing words? Again, closing words. No, I'm happy to be here today. And well, yesterday we heard from the president of BFR and BVL that, well, they mentioned that after this conference we will know more about superfoods. So are superfoods really super, or do they pose a risk to human health? Well, during the coffee break and via the chat, I could get an idea about what several participants might think about this. So I feel that many of us have the idea that we know by the end of this conference definitely more about superfoods, but definitely not enough. So we learned especially about the challenges superfoods pose for risk assessment, for risk management, and risk communication. So I would really, and it's my pleasure to thank all the excellent speakers and the audience, both online and in the room, for sharing their views, being rather critical from time to time, what I heard, but also being optimistic. A special thank to our moderator, Katja Nillison. We know each other already from other conferences. It was really a pleasure to see how you guided us, how you motivated people when there was nothing, also from online, no questions, and you always managed perfectly to motivate people also to ask critical questions. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Many thanks also to the program and organizing committee. I really can agree with what you said. Thanks a lot. We can see BVL and BFR together with BMEL. We can do really good things. We should also take this challenge for others. So I feel you did perfect together for the organization of this conference. You put together a very stimulating and interesting program. Thanks a lot for this. So my personal feeling about Superfoods and what this conference managed. Well, I feel we are on the way. I feel that this conference or this meeting is a starting point. We managed to bring together experts in the field of supplements and superfoods from different areas, and I'm quite optimistic. We should always end with some optimistic things, that we will have quite several follow-up discussions, workshops and meetings, because we would like to reach our goal at the very end to make the world more safer, also in the area of superfoods and supplements, to protect the consumers. And I'm quite optimistic that we are on the way to do this. So with this, it is my honor to close this meeting, but not to forget to wish the people in the room, in the lecture room here, a safe trip home, to wish all of you a very relaxing weekend, and to wish all of us, including myself, not to forget about the motivating situations of this meeting, not to forget about our motivation to assess and to regulate and to communicate complicated issues together, because together we are much stronger. Have a safe trip home, and thanks for your attention and contributions.